Hello, I'm Ray here and you're watching Moto NZ, and this is all you ever wanted to know about the Cardo Packtalk Pro. Okay, Cardo Packtalk Pro just released. It's basically the same as the Packtalk Edge, the Packtalk Custom, the Packtalk Neo. It's basically the same. It's got the same form factor. It's got a lot of the same features. So why have they released a brand new unit? Let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to assume you don't know about the Cardo Packtalk Edge or Neo or Custom, and we're going to go through all the features from the start. This is my Arai XD5 or Tour X5 helmet, and this is the Cardo Packtalk Pro. The best thing about the Cardo Packtalk Pro is that you're not going to lose it off your helmet. It's got a thing called an ear mount. There's magnets in the ear mount which suck the thing onto the mount, and then there's clips that engage. So it's not coming off. It's really easy to put on your helmet. To remove, there's a little tab here I push forward. I slide the whole unit forward off the helmet, and there it is. That's my Packtalk Pro. To put it back on, just hover it over the mount and it goes on. Nice and solid, really easy. That is the biggest innovation that Cardo have done, moving from the Packtalk Bold, which is their previous model, to the Packtalk Edge, and the Packtalk Pro has that as well. Put it on the helmet, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you're away laughing. Let's talk about some of the features of the Packtalk Pro. It comes with JBL speakers, 45mm JBL speakers, high fidelity. The bigger the speaker, the bigger the diaphragm, the better the sound, right? It also has more than enough volume to be heard while you're barreling down the motorway wearing earplugs. The Packtalk Pro will connect to your phone, will connect to other brand intercoms, will connect to the lower grade intercoms from Cardo, and it will connect to your GPS and your GoPro Hero 12 or Insta360 camera, as long as that can do that. There are a few different ways you can connect everything, so let's kind of dumb this down. You've got two Bluetooth device connections. That's your phone, your GPS, whatever you might need there. You've got two intercom connections. These are Bluetooth intercom. And then you've got the ability to connect via mesh, or DMC 2.0. DMC stands for Dynamic Mesh Connection or Control or Communication. DMC, Dynamic Mesh. Just think mesh. So once you're connected via mesh, you can have up to 16 other riders in your group. You're all connecting, you're all talking to each other. If one gets out of range, it'll drop out. When they come back into range, it'll auto reconnect and you'll be away laughing. No need to worry about stopping, rejigging the order, reconnecting. The system, Dynamic Mesh, is always rejigging the order to get the most range between each rider, piggybacking, so you've got everyone in the group in communication. On the back of the box here, we've got 1.6 kilometers of range, unit to unit. If I'm honest, I've never had 1.6 kilometers of range. Those are obviously tested somehow in perfect conditions. However, with all of these units, the Packtalk Edge, the Packtalk Bold, sorry, not the Bold, the Packtalk Edge, the Packtalk Custom, and the Packtalk Neo, I've had at least a kilometer line of sight from point to point. So if you have 5 people in your group, each spaced out 800 meters from each other, or, a decent distance, you're going to cover a few kilometers of range, piggybacking the signal from one person to the next. It's quite phenomenal, really. There's a lot of technology and a lot of power mounted to the side of your helmet. Okay, what else have we got in these? We spoke about the 45mm speakers, we spoke about the ear mount, we have natural voice operation, which basically means that you can tell your device what to do. Some of the commands that I often use is, hey Cardo, next track, and it will bloop to the next track in my playlist. I use, hey Cardo, battery status, and it will tell me how much battery is left in my device. There are a bunch of other commands that you can use, but I don't actually use them. We've also got over-the-ear updates, so we connect our Cardo device to our phone, and in the Cardo app, it tells us when there's an update, and it sends it from the phone to the device and does the update there. No need to take the device inside, plug it into your computer, find the cable, download the software, all that sort of stuff. Nobody wants to muck around with that. We've got DMC 2.0, as I mentioned, and we've got cross-brand connectivity. So we've got, in those intercom channels that we've got 2 of, we can connect to any intercom, not just a Cardo one, but any brand intercom that uses Bluetooth. Now these devices use a Bluetooth 5.2 chip, so that's pretty up to date, and they're quite capable of a lot of things. One of those device channels, or in fact an intercom channel, can be used to connect to a GoPro Hero 12 or an Insta360 One RS or Insta360 Ace Pro. If you connect to that, you need to disconnect your phone, is what I've found, and you can talk using your Cardo device directly to your camera as long as your camera's in range. So you could put your camera down on the crash bars of your bike somewhere and then connect to your headset and be barreling down the road talking to the camera, and it's all recorded in camera. You don't need external mic connections or anything like that. You've already got a microphone in your helmet, right? So that's quite cool. However, it doesn't work for group communication. So if there's 5 people on a DMC group, the camera's only going to pick out me. So what you can do is, in the Cardo app, you can hit record and record everyone on that DMC group to a memo audio file on your phone, which means that you can sync it up in post-production later on. And it actually works quite well. I like it. Now let's have a quick word about the quality difference between your standard intercoms and DMC, mesh communication. And even the Bluetooth 5.2 chip allows better quality audio when connected via Bluetooth from one of these devices to another one of these devices. So let me clarify that. If I've got a Packtalk Pro and my mate's got some off-brand intercom, the audio quality is only going to be as good as the off-brand intercom, right? So sending and receiving, it's still going to sound like I'm talking to grandma down the copper line on the phone. However, if my mate has a Packtalk Edge, for example, and I've got a Packtalk Pro, then via Bluetooth intercom or via mesh, we're going to get nice wideband audio. Now think of the audio spectrum from your low bassy tones down here to your trebles up here. Your copper phone is really only getting the narrow band in the middle, which is why it sounds a little bit like that all the time. However, when we talk about wideband audio, we're getting more of the bass frequencies and more of the treble frequencies, which is less fatiguing on our ears. When we talk about wideband audio, these things are much better for you, and they make communication so much easier. So via intercom or via DMC, you're getting much better quality audio. It's the difference between talking to somebody on an old copper phone and having a Skype call, if you think about it that way. What else have we got in these things? Now, the big step up from the Packtalk Edge to the Packtalk Pro is that the Packtalk Pro now has some accelerometers in the device, in the box. Accelerometers allow 2 things. They allow auto on-off. So if you're the type of person that forgets to turn his Bluetooth device off, his or her, when you put your helmet down, it's going to start a timer. It's going to go, okay, I'm not moving. Let's start a timer to power down. And I think it's about 3 minutes of no movement. It starts powering down and saves battery. And then when I pick the helmet up, the auto on-off goes, the accelerometer inside it goes, oh, we're moving, let's power up. And it automatically powers up. So by the time I put it on my head, the device is all powered up, connected to my phone and ready to go. That's quite a cool innovation. It's not a game changer for me because I'm fastidious about turning my device off when I pull up at the cafe or I'm finished riding for the day or whatever it might be. And while we're talking about on-off, you're going to get 13 hours of battery life in these devices. They've got a USB-C port on the back, so fast charge is an option. And the Packtalk Packtalk Edge and Packtalk Pro can all be charged via that USB-C fast charging from a battery bank or a power pack or the port on your bike while you're using them. The accelerometers, let's get back onto that topic, give you one other benefit, and that is automatic crash detection. So there's an algorithm in the device. It can tell when I'm wearing it it's measuring movement. It's going, oh yeah, cool, this is bouncing. We're on the bike, we're doing our thing. Oh, we've got off the bike. Oh, we're walking. You know, no dramas. But when it detects something along the lines of movement, 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 big impact, no movement, it's going to go, I think you've had a crash. And so in the app, before you go out riding, there's a section to set up your emergency contact. So I've set up my wife, and it sends an automatic, when it detects that crash, it sends an automatic message, a text message to my wife saying that Ray's had a crash, here's his GPS coordinates. Before it sends that message, when it detects the crash and I'm laying on the side of the road, it's going to flash up a message on my phone and send me an audio alert saying that it's detected what it thinks is a crash, and do I want to cancel? And in that point, I can hit the button on my phone, or I can say cancel and it won't send it. But if I don't do that, that message gets sent to my emergency contact, and they can then send out the helicopter or whatever we need. It's not necessarily the only device you should have for in case of an emergency, but it is a nice bit of redundancy. I'm obviously an adventure rider. This is my Tenere 700. I go out in the bush. I go out places that it would take me probably a day to walk out of should the bike fail on me. I will always, if I can, and I should, take an emergency locator beacon with me. They can be in a Garmin InReach, or one of the ones you pull the big metal aerial out of, and you have it on you, not on the bike, because if you come off, you may not be able to get to the bike to activate that alarm. You may have broken legs or something like that. So have it on you, but a nice bit of redundancy is a second device. You always want a second point of communication, and the Cardo Packtalk Pro could be that for you. Should you, if you already own a Packtalk Edge, upgrade to the Pro, I can't say to you that that's a good idea, because the Pro is a little bit expensive. It is a pro level piece of kit. It has all the bells and whistles, and so you need to make that decision yourself. I probably wouldn't upgrade from the Edge to the Pro, but if I had a Packtalk Bold, it might be a big enough leap to upgrade because of the increased quality and everything like that. So that's your rundown on the Packtalk Pro. The big takeaway from this is that it has automatic crash detection, and it can connect to your phone and any other device as well. In my opinion, this is the best Bluetooth communicator helmet mounted intercom kit money can buy today, for one simple reason. It has all of the bells and whistles, it has all of the communications equipment you could ever need, and it is IP67 rated. What does that mean? It means it's got the highest dust ingress protection and the second highest water ingress protection. I've ridden hundreds of thousands of kilometers with a Cardo device, an IP67 rated device on my helmet, and I have literally never had one fail. Never. So for that reason, I feel comfortable recommending these devices to you. I've got another video up on my channel where I run down the entire lineup of Cardo devices. I recommend going and check that out, because you may not need to spend all the money for this device. There is something in the Cardo lineup to suit every use case and every budget. So go and check that video out before you spend the money on this device. However, if you do want one of these or any of the Cardo devices, there's a link in the description with a discount code which helps out this channel. I am a Cardo ambassador. However, I don't particularly like giving out my link or my discount code, because I feel it cheapens what I say to you. What I say to you is all based on my own findings, and I would say this to you regardless of whether I was getting any sort of kickback from Cardo. I am not saying this, I'm not saying buy one of these. What I'm saying is these are what these devices do. You make the decision on what you purchase. Cardo sent me the Packtalk Pro for free. They don't have any say over this video, and all my findings and opinions are my own. That said, I love the Packtalk range. I've got all of them. and they were all sent to me for free with no expectation of what my content would say from Cardo. So if you found this useful, please do hit that like button. Got any questions, chuck them up in the comments box below. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Hooroo!